If you have your sun, moon, or rising in Scorpio, this is everything you need to know about your May horoscope. All the other signs, keep on scrolling. Your videos are coming. Scorpio, let's chat about April before we dive into May. April probably felt like you were dealing with romantic issues. Maybe you were dealing with some exes, or maybe you just lost creative inspiration, or were dealing with writer's block or drama in your social circle. But there was some important turning point around the 7th and the 12th when Venus and Mercury ended their retrogrades in the sign of Pisces. Also on the 12th, we had this intense full moon in Libra. And for you, this reminded you how important it is to slow down, listen to your body, rest, spend time alone, and really set boundaries. It's also possible you were more aware of certain habits, cycles, patterns, situations, or relationships that have overstayed their welcome, and that ultimately you are ready to close this chapter and move forward in a new way. You know, a new beginning is around the corner. On the 17th, Mars entered Leo, and this probably brought tension, drama, action, and important developments to your career, your professional life. Maybe you had to set some boundaries. Maybe you're dealing with issues with bosses, or maybe you're ready to walk away from one career path and pursue something different altogether. By the 19th, the sun entered Taurus, and you were focusing on the important relationships in your life. And for some, this could look like taking the next step with a lover, or maybe booking some fun travel with a best friend. But you were just really focused on having more intimate one-on-one connections with people. But we are here to talk about May, so let's get into it. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Stephanie Campos. I'm a professional astrologer. I write the monthly horoscope column for Cosmopolitan, and I have a monthly horoscope segment on NBC. Scorpio, you are learning lessons about asking for help when Venus and Neptune come together in the sign of Aries on May 2nd. This could also be a day where maybe someone offers help, or you are focused on self-care, or there's some element in your day that helps you recharge and just feel more grateful and supported. You might also notice little synchronicities throughout your day and just feel in tune with the magic in your life. On the 4th, Pluto is going to go retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. And for you, this is going to bring some sort of turning point in your private life. Maybe you are addressing issues or the past with a family member, or having some sort of transformative decision about your living situation. Maybe you're ready to move. Maybe you need to address a power struggle or dynamic with a roommate or a landlord. And ultimately, this can be a moment to break cycles. Maybe you're more aware of how your family has influenced who you are and how you show up in the world, and you're ready to pave a new path. On the 10th, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, information, entering Taurus. And this is going to have you focused more on other people in your life. So for some, this could look like having conversations with romantic partners about the future or about parting ways. It could look like new contract and collaborative opportunities entering your world. And maybe you're just spending more time building connections, whether it's with like someone you love at work or a close friend, or maybe there's someone important to you who needs more of your advice or support, and you are showing up for them in that capacity. On the 12th, we have a wild full moon in your sign, and this is going to feel emotional. It is going to leave you feeling sensitive. It is a personal moment of metamorphosis for you to release old versions of yourself, old stories you tell yourself about yourself, and really step into a new chapter. You're ready to show up authentically, and this can also sometimes coincide with you advocating for yourself in a close relationship, or even achieving some sort of personal goal or milestone. On May 20th, the sun moves into Gemini, and this is going to bring more attention to your finances. You might be having more important conversations about financial expectations and shared resources in a romantic connection, in a business partnership. Maybe you learn about a new opportunity, or you're negotiating a contract. And emotionally, this has you reflecting on your shadow side, your fears, your insecurities, but also encouraging you to embrace those parts of yourself that you tend to reject or hide, and to also do some inner healing work. You are ready to kind of confront your shadow and embrace it and just accept all of you. On the 22nd, Mars in Leo is going to form a trine with Venus in Aries. And this is going to be a moment of really receiving recognition in your professional world. So if there is some sort of obligation or work project or commitment that you've made and you've been putting effort in and day out, and it's taken a lot of your consistency and dedication and responsibility, you are receiving recognition for it. For some, that could look like a raise. For others, it could be a really meaningful and heartfelt compliment. For others, it could just be making a lot of progress towards a long-term goal, or even maybe making important steps in a key relationship that affects your everyday life. So maybe you're moving in with a lover, or maybe you are picking up a new work project or collaborative or creative project as well. On the 24th, Saturn is going to move into the sign of Aries. And for you, this is going to bring some karmic lessons and challenges regarding your day-to-day life, your habits, and your relationship with wellness and setting boundaries. So if you are someone who is just eager to say yes to other people, to avoid confrontation, it's going to catch up with you. This is going to be a really important time over the next 2.5 years. And I should mention, Saturn hasn't been in the sign of Aries since 1996 through 1999. So it's been a while. And this is your time to learn or relearn how to set boundaries, how to find a healthy balance between all of your responsibilities in your personal life and your professional life, and to still have time for yourself and to take care of your well-being, whether it is your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. And it can also help you change your habits to stick with the habit consistently that can ultimately set you up for success. On the 25th, we have a Mercury, the planet of communication, moving into Gemini, and a new moon in Gemini on the 26th. And for you, this is going to feel a little emotional. You are ready to kind of release the past, and you could feel sensitive or triggered or have a deep and meaningful conversation with someone. In some instances, a relationship can grow deeper, and you're reflecting on reciprocity. Are you receiving as much as you are giving in your key relationships? Do you need to address any unspoken power dynamics? And practically, this can have to do with paying down debt or some sort of important investment or purchase or shift in your finances. If you enjoyed your monthly horoscope and want to know more about your daily horoscope, you can tune into my podcast, Daily Horoscope for Your Zodiac Sign with Stephanie Campos. Thanks so much, and see you next month.